As you know, during these next few years, we're going to be working diligently on membership. That is, I've said for a while, that is the drum I will be beating. And the governors-elect, the governor's nominee know that we are going to be working heavily on membership. And we're going to bring up the Patrick Show. We've got, actually, Rotary International Treasurer Patrick Eakes is with us. He is a director over on the East Coast. That is the maybe tied for second best set of zones in the world. No, Patrick is doing a fantastic job. We're excited to have him here. They're doing a lot of creative membership work there. We've also got Patrick Longano with us, who many of you know. That's right. Patrick's low-key. He's low-key, but it's going to be an amazing, amazing presentation. We want to move this needle forward. As Larry said yesterday, our goal is to move membership forward and be part of growing Rotary over the next years. So, with that said, Patrick and Patrick, come on to the stage. Let's get this show started.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, thank you. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Thank you, Mason.
I actually said we're going to be able to tell where Mason is really quick.
He always self-identifies his location. Thank you. We are going to talk about membership this morning, and I want to take you back to January of 2020. Now, of course, we didn't know it, but this was just before the world was going to shut down. I took a plane ride to headquarters and back, and I wondered why some of those people were wearing masks. It became clear soon after. Then President Mark Maloney convened 20 leaders from across North America to come to headquarters for a couple days to talk about how we could jumpstart an effort to create more clubs, specifically innovative clubs in North America. And I was one of those 20. If I remember correctly, from your zones, Steve Sandbo, Laura Carey, Nancy Leonhardt, and Jill Petrosinski. Thank you. I heard Jill just pop up there. And Jill Petrosinski were there representing your zones. The discussion was really pretty simple. Larry Lunsford said yesterday that we're weary of the results we've had in membership, and creating new clubs is the quickest way to move that needle in groups of 8 and 10 and 20 and 30. So we met for 2 days. I remember Larry Lunsford saying to me there, he said, we're not going to be able to solve this with just our existing clubs. Not enough of our existing clubs will change enough or quickly enough to be able to solve this with just our existing clubs. He said, we need to create an effort, we need to create new pathways into our organization for generations, and for those in our community for whom the time doesn't work, the time of the existing club, the location doesn't work, the cost doesn't work, whatever that obstacle is, we need to create new pathways into our organization. So my partner and I returned to Zone 33, ready to set the world on fire, and of course then, as you said, the world shut down. Now, we were all free to implement this within our own zones in a way that made sense for our regions. Not too far into getting that process started in Zone 33, where I am, I got a call from our regional membership officer, at that time a person named Audley Knight. And he said, Patrick, there is some interesting stuff going on in North Carolina where I live, and you need to give a call to this guy named Patrick Longano. I said, okay, cool, thanks, I'll do that. And about 10 days later, I'd not made the call, and Audley got in touch with me again. He said, Patrick, I told you, you need to call Patrick Longano. I was like, okay, I'm being dressed down by the RMO. I know when I need to get on the stick. So I called Patrick Longano, and I heard about this new concept, this new type of club he had created, called an impact club. Just hyper-focused on service, doing things in a very different way than the experience that most of us have. And Patrick, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you talk a little bit about what you were doing and what you've been doing since then.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. That call went a little differently than what it was. I didn't know whether or not I could do what I was doing. And I spent about 14 months, people going like this, when I went and asked them if I could do it. And so I just did it. And that's it, my man. And so shortly after that, right before Patrick got that call, my phone rang, and I looked down at the phone, and it said Rotary International. And I went, the gig is up. I've been found out. What's going on? So I did the old, hello? And it was oddly night on the phone, and I was scared to death. I mean, I was absolutely scared to death on that. And this just shows you what the RI staff does. Oddly talked to me for the next 30 minutes and just was inquisitive and wanted to find out what I was doing because he wanted to promote it. He wanted to get it into the right hands. And with Patrick Eakes and Chris Jones, he did. He got it into the right hands. And I want to thank Patrick and Chris. I couldn't imagine these last 6 years how many times this man right here has had to stand in front of a train for me. And as John Lewis said, that caused good trouble there. So, I appreciate that, Patrick, a ton. But let's get down to brass tacks. The funny part about it, this didn't start with me at all. It started with President Mark Maloney. It started with future President Larry Lunsford and all the people that came before me. Laura Carey, who was on her team, was one of those original 20. Yes, please. Carrie and Jill and all those early people in the ICA movement that kind of moved the needle. We plant seeds out there all the time, and you never know what's going to come to fruition. But you just got to keep watering them, and you got to keep nurturing them, and then somebody like me might come along that's crazy enough to willing to get in trouble to do a couple of different things. So what happened in there is, most of you guys know my backstory. I started this, somebody asked me real quick why I did it. You guys got the message this morning. I appreciate that. I did it because I got mad at Rotary. I got mad at Rotary because my wife couldn't be in Rotary. We couldn't figure out a way, we couldn't be flexible enough to have somebody as wonderful as my wife. Is somebody filming this? Just wanted to make sure. No, guys, I'm really scared about that. I was standing with Laura outside, and I went, about 15 minutes before I was supposed to be, it was 15 minutes before the show, and I went, I gotta go up to the room. She goes, you need to get backstage. And I went, I forgot my wedding ring. She goes, you can get it afterwards. And I went, no. And they're gonna film this, or somebody's gonna take pictures, and she's gonna go, how was that speech? Crazy. But I really got mad that my wife couldn't be in Rotary. She's absolutely the most fantastic individual I've ever met. And if you've had an opportunity to meet her, you would say the same thing. She's the best of us. And I wanted to make sure that we could find a clear path for her to serve as she wanted to serve. She's a school teacher, kindergartner. I call her Saint Angie the Good because she goes to school and deals with 20 kindergartners, and then she gets to come home and deal with me. She was trained for the job, guys. She was trained for the job. So, there's a lot of teachers out there that want to serve. How many people did any of the Learning Center or the learning classes earlier this week? Raise your hand. How many people have heard this statistic that Rotary has lost 20% of its members in the last decade? Did you guys hear that? They told you that? I can't hear you.
Yeah!
Okay, well, I appreciate that. I don't want to hear that number again. The gyms, insurance agents, we all have attrition. We all have attrition, okay? We need to stem it. We've got a plan to stem it, but we got a plan for growth. Those other industries that have that or more attrition, gyms, all of those places, cell phone carriers, all of those places have more attrition than we do. But they have one thing different. They have an idea and a plan to refill that bucket, right? Right? Do we have a plan? No, guys, come on, man. Do we have a plan? Okay. So we're going to continuously work on this plan. Some might say it's companion clubs, some might say it's standalone clubs, some might say it's cause-based clubs. How many people think an idea of a companion club is a good idea? Woo! That was okay. How many people think a companion club is a good idea? Woo! Okay, how many people think a cause-based club in their community might attract people to Rotary that normally wouldn't come? Raise your hand. Woo! So it's never one thing. I get inquiries all the time. People coming to me and they say, Patrick, send me the stuff. Send me the stuff. Send me the plan. I want to see it right here in Dodge. We don't have that. Do you know why? Because it's up to each and every single one of you. We sit down and we have a conversation all the time. I've been doing this for 6 years. And the only thing that I ask is, tell me about your club. Tell me about your club. Tell me about your club. And I'm telling you, when you sit a Rotarian down in your one-on-one and you say, tell me about my club, you know what they do? They start bragging on their club. And it is absolutely amazing. And even if it doesn't go anywhere, even if they don't continue down the path and start a new companion club or anything, you know what the greatest thing in the world is? I learned about your club. I got to learn about you. I got to learn about your club. So that is absolutely one of the most amazing things that we can do. But as soon as you state, as soon as you're telling somebody about a club, your club, you're also going to, as you're talking, feel maybe a void or something that might need to be sharpened or something that might be missing or something that you wish for. And then we start talking about that. We don't talk about recruiting at all. How many people have brought a person to Rotary? Raise your hand. That's my kind of people. How many people brought 5 people to Rotary? Yes, 10. Keep them on. 20. 30. My man.
Yeah.
Good job, man. Woo! Give that man a round of applause. I love that. That's great. By the way, so you can tell us apart, just like you know, it's not that he's a director and I'm a Rotarian and stuff like this. It's Slick Chin Patrick, Bearded Patrick.
Oh, that's fine.
That's it. It's a Patrick Squared show right there. So, you're going to tell us that. You're going to tell yourselves that. And during that conversation, we're going to see what we can do to create that. Now, every single club in here is different. Every single one. We have different hopes. We have different dreams. And you're going to tell, we're going to sit there and we're going to construct that. We're going to help you build that club of your dreams. Whether it's adding a companion, starting a cause-based club, a Rotaract club, anything. We are absolutely going to bring that out and help construct it and see if it's something that your club would like to do. Some do, some don't. But again, we got to talk about their club. We got the vision, what you dream for your club, and if it doesn't happen at that point, you know when it's going to happen? No, it's going to happen because we plant the seeds. Sometimes they don't sprout right away, you know? I've been on this journey for about 6 years, and I've been really, really lucky to have people like Patrick and Brian and Big Rich, Laura Carey, Jill, Sean Sawyer, other people, there's early adopters that said, you're absolutely crazy, but you're onto something. Let's keep working through it, keep working through it, keep working through it. Now all of a sudden, I don't want to tell you this with all sincerity, the wind is at our backs. The same people that were telling me 6 years ago, you're ruining Rotary. I'm serious. You're ruining Rotary. You're creating Rotary light. All of those things. Not everybody can be a Rotarian. All of those things that they told me, those are the people that are coming right now and asking for help. We planted the seeds. You help the people, you go back to your districts. Where's the DGs in the DG line? Raise your hand.
Woo!
Y'all are weak. Where are you guys? Thank you, man. That's some energy. I love it. You guys absolutely have the choice as the leader. So every leader in every club and every Rotarian that you have has an absolute choice to make. Do you create or do you decline? It's a choice. And the time for theory, we've over-theorized this, we've over-thought it. How many times have you been in the past to any kind of sessions, any kind of anything, and you've heard more theory, right? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You know it. When is the time to do? Right now. When is the time to do? Now. You don't have to do it alone. You've got your classmates. These two guys right here inspire me every time I talk to them. They walk by, and we don't ever have like the deepest conversations, but it's like, what's up? You know, and it pumps you up. But we have our classmates that we can talk to. We have people like Sean Sawyer. I get frustrated, and I call Sean. I'm like, buddy, and he goes, get it out, son. It's okay. Get it out. We have people that we can talk to. We have people that can do this for us. You don't have to do it alone. Don't do it alone. Where's the DGs right now? I asked you the other day, how many months do you have left in a Rotary year? 8. You darn right. You only got 8. How many, you DGEs, right? DGEs? How many months do you have in your Rotary year? Sorry. Y'all didn't do a good job of mentoring here. And just saying. How many months do you guys have in your Rotary year? No. July 1st, think about this. I'm going to paint the picture for you. July 1st, all across your district, you've got brand new presidents coming to the podium, right? You're trying to figure out how to ring the bell. Oh, is this on? Is this on? July's toast. Unless they're prepared right now, unless they're prepared in June, July 1st is toast. All month of July. They're figuring out how to ring the bell, how to make sure that the committee's listening to every secretary and treasurer in those important meetings. That's what they're doing in July. So that's the reason why we have membership month in August, right? Yeah, we got membership month in August. So that's when they get started. Ooh, okay, let's go. And then what do you have? You think you got August through December 31st, right? No. Thanksgiving through January 7th, ain't nobody doing nothing with y'all. They're not. You're gonna go, let's talk about membership, and they're gonna go, can I tell you about my Christmas party? Am I lying? That's exactly what it's doing. And then you've got the sprint, January 7th through May 30th. And I know you're saying, why May 30th and not June 30th? Because on June 1st, that president, the one who had to learn to ring the bell and all that other stuff, he's going, here's my successor, let's talk with him. You at best, have 9.5 months to get it done. So all this preparation that you're doing, when you guys go to IA, you're gonna see people like Patrick, and you've got the greatest, you're gonna see Lauren Carey and Sean Sawyer, and among others, helping you guys out. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have to fit all that in 9.5 months. The time for theorizing is over because we don't have the time anymore. Patrick?
You see why sometimes I call him the Tasmanian devil of membership. So I want to go back to that January 2020 I mentioned. It took me a while looking through the lights, but I see Mark back here. One of the things that Mark said that has stuck with me was he said, we will not measure the success of this innovative club program during my tenure as president. We will look out 5 years and we'll have a much better sense of whether all of this was worth it. And I don't know if this is what you expected, Mark, but I do want to take you to what's next. Last November or December, Patrick and Chris Jones, who's a former Rotary membership coordinator in Zone 33, came to me with a proposal to take what they had learned, a developed 4-step process for nurturing clubs from idea to charter, or in the case of a satellite companion, from idea to launch, and take it across the continent, to make it available. And they said, do you think that the other directors in North America would buy into this? So at International Assembly, we got together with, I see Beth Stubbs, who was then director and treasurer, Brian Hall, who was a director-elect. We had all of the directors-elects and nominees from North America, with the exception of my successor, and he's on board. We had Stephanie Yurchik. We had Brian King, who was Rotary International's director of membership. We presented this plan to take nationwide to develop a cadre, I would say a cadre of salespeople, of people who know how to guide these clubs, or the idea, the seed from planting those seeds all the way to creating a club, to launching a club. Everybody agreed, yes, let's double down on this. People like Patrick have helped Zone 33 be really, really robust in joining or creating new clubs. But we need to take this across the continent. So with that approval, Patrick and Chris Jones have, I will say, at considerable personal expense, have developed this program, have developed a website and a mobile app, have traveled extensively to evangelize about this program, and already we are seeing incredible results. Our rollout was in Calgary. Were any of you at the breakout session that we did in Calgary? Yeah. There were 780 people in the room at this breakout session. It was standing room only. I think it was designed for 750. And at that point, Patrick, Laura Carey was part of this, basically did the soft rollout. Are you in meditation? Are you okay?
I'm listening to words of wisdom.
Oh, I see. Yeah. This is how he always gets my support. But rolled this out, and now, we're basically 65 days in from the official rollout, July 1. And Patrick, why don't you tell us what this program looks like now? I know we're down to just a few minutes. Tell us what that program looks like. Tell us what you're seeing out there. Tell us the results and the resources that are available to all these good folks.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Patrick. Hey, and I appreciate the support, but Mark Maloney, is past President Mark Maloney in here? Yeah. Mark? Everybody give this man a big round of applause. He's the one who started this service for everybody. Woo! Yes. Now, I'm not quite sure that he envisioned me down the road, but thank you, sir. I want to thank you a lot. So, we went ahead and knew that, I knew that I couldn't do it all by myself. And any overachievers in here that just like I can do it myself, raise your hand. Yeah, well, I knew that I could. And what we did is we started interviewing, and we really interviewed people for this position. And
tell them what it's called.
The North American Club Creation Team. Woo! That was kind of weak. Could you give me a little bit more? Woo!
He's not needy at all.
No, I'm not. Well, I feed off of that. So I'm just letting you know, I wanted anybody, and we have a lot of team members, so I just want to let you know, Zones 30-31 have the second most team members out of the whole program, the entire program, and it's very, very close. If you're a team member, I want you to stand up real quick. Stand up real quick. There we go. Team members, I love it. What I was really looking for is, why don't y'all stand up? If you're a team member, stand up. Stand up, everybody. If you're a team member, stand up. If you're on Team Club Creation, Team Growth, Team We Can Get It Done Right Now, I need you to stand on your feet. Mason, come here for a second. Mason, come here. Come here. Over here. They ain't sufficiently pumped up enough. Okay. Can you help me? We got you. Right here. Y'all can sit back down. We've took what's in this brain, which is kind of scary, and we put it down into 4 easy steps. It's actually 3 steps in a party. And I like the party part too. And your people, anybody in your district will be able to book a meeting with any specialist going across any zone, going across the entirety of North America. Anytime you guys want to, anytime you're thinking about doing a club, any kind of club, interact, rotaract, standalone, cause-based, impact, companion, satellite. We've got club refresh if you've got a club that just wants to be refreshed and rebooted and learn how to recruit. We actually teach recruiting in this program and how to recruit and how to talk to people, how to overcome objections. These are the things that we do. How many people have the app downloaded? Raise your hand. Yeah! Wow, that's fantastic. Have you booked your first step yet? It's 15-minute investment, guys, one-on-one with one of our experts. Have you booked your first step yet? Yeah. Are you going to book your first step?
Yeah!
That's what we're going to do. Right now, Jerome's going to go ahead Ryan's going to go ahead and put the QR codes up right here. How many Apple people we have in this room? Yeah, okay. How many Android people we got in this room? I rest my case. Right here. It works on both. You can actually do it on your computer as well. You got to go to clubcreationteam.org and you will be able to book your first step with one of the specialists. Worst case scenario, it's 15 minutes and I get to learn about your club. That's what we want to do. Okay? So here we are. I want you to go ahead and download it, but I want to leave you with this. Those numbers that you heard during this week, the numbers that I said I wouldn't say again, they ain't numbers. They're people. They're the teacher who couldn't come to the noon meeting. They're the young parent trying to juggle job and kids. They're that young professional, the person who's directly out of school, swimming in student loan debt, who wants to join but doesn't think that they can afford the dues. That's that number. It's people. Every leader in this room has to make that decision, to create or decline. I'm on the create side. But we're standing at the tipping point right now. Right now, the tipping point, we were talking about that. And it's not very far to go that way or to go that way. We're just making that choice. We have to decide in this room right now that Rotary is built not in committees, but in our communities. Right there where we live. We have to make that decision that is what's important right now for growth, that we are going to toss all those things aside and we're going to build up our communities. That is what our charge is. And the thing that comes out of that is a stated, mantra, I don't know. It's just something that comes from within you that says we are not going to allow anymore. We're not going to allow people to be priced out of Rotary. We're not going to let them be scheduled out of Rotary. And we're not going to let them be left out of Rotary. Thank you very much. When you feel that, when you do that, we're going to grow and we're going to do it together. Because I'm doubling down on y'all. Y'all know 30 and 31 is really, really close to my heart. I've been working with you guys for a long time, but since Huntsville of last year, I adore you guys. And I really think that you got what it takes, and we're going to get it done together. Patrick, any last words there, my friend?
That's it. You summed it up great.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.